You alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4 offers profound insights into finding peace and trust in God amidst adversity. Attributed to King David, this psalm reflects his personal experiences and provides timeless wisdom for believers seeking solace and guidance. Reflecting on Psalm 4's message today, Psalm 4 transcends its historical context, offering enduring lessons for contemporary readers. Trust in God's justice. In a world rife with injustice, believers are reminded to rely on God's righteous judgment and his role as the ultimate defender of the faithful. Manage emotions wisely. The psalm teaches the importance of controlling anger and avoiding sin, encouraging self-reflection and trust in God's resolution of conflicts. Seek divine favor. Amid societal skepticism, the psalmist's plea for God's shining face serves as a reminder to earnestly seek God's presence and blessings. Find true joy and peace in God. The contrast between temporal pleasures and lasting joy in God's presence encourages believers to prioritize spiritual fulfillment over material gains. Incorporating these themes into daily life can lead to a deeper, more peaceful relationship with God, mirroring the sentiments expressed in Psalm 4. Thank you for watching God's Word Inspires. Please subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation. I will pray for God's blessings upon you and your loved ones every day. I hope you enjoy this video. When life feels overwhelming, where do you turn? In Psalm 4:1, King David shows us the way by crying out to God with raw honesty. He calls God the God of my righteousness, a powerful reminder that true justice and goodness come from above. Imagine David, surrounded by enemies and false accusations, yet choosing to anchor his heart in God's unchanging character. This isn't just a king's prayer, it's a lifeline for anyone facing adversity, searching for peace or longing for divine intervention. David's plea is personal. By saying my righteousness, he acknowledges that his integrity depends on God, not his own strength. It's like admitting, Lord, I can't fight these battles alone. You're my defender. This resonates deeply today. Whether you're dealing with workplace drama, family conflicts, or inner doubts, trusting in God as your source of justice shifts your perspective. You're not defined by others' opinions, but by God's truth. He also reflects on past victories. You have relieved me in my distress. Picture David recalling moments when God came through, maybe when he escaped Saul's spear or found refuge in the wilderness. These memories fuel his faith. For us, it's a nudge to pause and remember God's faithfulness. Maybe it was that time you got a job against all odds or found strength to forgive someone who hurt you. These stories remind us that God doesn't just hear, he acts. David's cry for mercy is both bold and humble. He's not demanding answers like a customer at a drive-thru. He's pleading with reverence, knowing God's mercy is his only hope. This balance is key for finding peace in chaos. When you pray, God, hear me, you're not just venting, you're placing your trust in the one who sees every tear and knows every struggle. For your YouTube audience, this verse offers a universal truth. No matter how loud life gets, God's ear is always open. Encourage your viewers to journal their own distress to deliverance moments. It's a practical way to build faith and find peace. Psalm 4:1 isn't just a prayer, it's an invitation to lean into God's reliability, especially when the world feels unfair. By starting here, David sets the stage for a journey from fear to trust, a message that can inspire anyone searching for hope amidst life's storms. Ever feel like the world's shouting lies about you? In Psalm 4:2-3, David faces this head-on, calling out his adversaries with courage and clarity. He asks, "How long will you turn my glory into shame?" It's a gut-punch question for anyone who's been slandered or misunderstood. David's not just venting, he's exposing the futility of living for falsehoods, urging us to find peace by trusting in God's truth over human gossip. Imagine David standing firm, maybe in a royal court buzzing with rumors. His enemies are chasing vain words and false gods, obsessed with power or status. It's not so different from today's social media battles where people tear others down to feel bigger. David's rebuke is timeless. Chasing lies leads nowhere. For your viewers, this could spark reflection. What false gods do we chase? Maybe it's approval, wealth, or revenge. These empty pursuits steal our peace, but David points to a better way. Verse 3 is a game changer. The Lord has set apart the godly for himself. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being devoted. God sees you, even when others don't. Think of it like a parent picking their child out of a crowd. God knows his own, and he's got your back. David's confidence here is contagious. No matter how loud the haters get, God hears your prayers. This promise can comfort anyone feeling overlooked or attacked. For a YouTube audience, this section screams relevance. People search for ways to overcome negativity or deal with toxic people. Share a story, maybe about a time you faced unfair criticism, but found strength in knowing God's opinion matters most. Encourage viewers to pray for their critics, not curse them. It's countercultural and aligns with David's heart. David's words also challenge us to check our own actions. Are we spreading truth or adding to the noise? By focusing on God's protection, we can let go of bitterness and find peace. This message, trusting God over chaos, can resonate with anyone seeking hope in a divisive world. It's a call to stand tall, knowing the Creator has your name written on his heart. Anger is a fire. It can warm you or burn you. In Psalm 4, verse 4-5, David offers practical wisdom for handling it without losing your peace. He says, "Be angry and do not sin," a line echoed in Ephesians 4:26. It's okay to feel upset. Emotions aren't the enemy, but letting them control you is. For anyone searching how to stay calm or overcome anger, David's advice is gold. Pause, reflect, and trust God. Picture this. David's under attack, yet he tells his people to tremble or stand in awe and avoid sin. It's like saying, feel the heat, but don't lash out. Today, that might mean not firing off a heated text or venting online. Instead, David suggests meditating on your bed quietly, processing before God. Imagine lying awake, replaying a hurtful moment, but choosing to pray instead of plot revenge. That's where peace begins. Verse 5 adds depth. Offer sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. This isn't about literal offerings, but a lifestyle of integrity. It's choosing honesty when it's tough, forgiving when it hurts, or helping others despite your pain. For example, maybe you're mad at a coworker, but you still treat them kindly. That's a sacrifice God sees. Trusting God means believing He'll handle what you can't. This counsel feels like a warm hug for your YouTube audience. People crave practical steps for finding peace or living righteously. Share a relatable scenario, like staying calm during a family argument by praying silently first. Invite viewers to try a bedtime reflection challenge. 5 minutes to release anger to God. It's simple, biblical, and shareable. David's wisdom bridges Old and New Testaments, showing that faith isn't passive, it's active trust. By choosing righteousness over retaliation, you're not just avoiding sin, you're building a life of joy and stability. This message can inspire anyone navigating conflict, offering a roadmap to peace that's as relevant now as it was in David's day. In a world full of skeptics, where do you find hope? Psalm 4:6 captures David's heartfelt prayer amidst doubt. Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. It's a cry for God's favor, echoing the blessing in Numbers 6:24-26. For anyone searching, finding hope, or God's guidance, this verse offers a beacon of peace, reminding us that true joy comes from God's presence, not fleeting success. David hears the cynics around him. Who will show us any good? It's a question we still hear on news feeds, in coffee shops, even in our own hearts. Life can feel heavy, with bills piling up or dreams slipping away. Yet David doesn't join the pity party. Instead, he turns to God, asking for his face to shine. This isn't just poetic, it's a plea for divine clarity, like sunlight breaking through clouds. Imagine David in a dark moment, maybe hiding from enemies, yet picturing God's smile. That image changes everything. For us, it's a reminder that God's favor isn't about wealth or fame, it's about His nearness. Think of a time you felt lost, then sensed God's peace, like a warm embrace. That's His countenance shining. Share this with your viewers, maybe a story of praying through anxiety and feeling God's calm. It's relatable and inspiring. This prayer also invites reflection. What do we seek when life gets tough? Approval? Distractions? David points higher, showing that God's light brings guidance and hope. For a YouTube audience, this taps into searches like spiritual peace or trusting God. Suggest a practical step. Pray Psalm 4 verse 6 daily for a week, asking God to shine His light. It's a simple way to deepen faith and spark engagement. David's request isn't selfish, it's for us, his community. That's a challenge to pray for others too, like family or even strangers. By focusing on God's favor, we find joy that outlasts circumstances. This message can uplift anyone feeling stuck, offering a prayer that's both personal and universal, guiding them toward peace in God's radiant love. What's the secret to lasting joy? In Psalm 4:7-8, David unveils it. God's presence trumps everything. He says, "You have put gladness in my heart more than in the time that their grain and wine abounded." For anyone searching, finding joy or inner peace, these verses are a treasure, showing that trust in God brings a happiness deeper than material success. David contrasts two kinds of joy. The world celebrates bumper crops and overflowing wine, think Black Friday hauls or viral fame. But David's been there. He knows it fades. Instead, God fills his heart with a gladness that doesn't crash. Picture him in a tent, enemies nearby, yet smiling because God's near. For us, it's like finding calm amidst a hectic day because you know God's got you. Verse 8 seals it. "I will both lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." This is huge. Sleep is tough when you're stressed. Bills, health, or family drama can keep you tossing. David's secret? Trusting God as his protector. It's not blind optimism, but faith that God's bigger than any threat. Share a story with your viewers, maybe a night you prayed and slept soundly despite chaos. It's a hook for overcoming anxiety searches. This piece isn't just for David, it's for anyone who trusts God. Imagine telling your audience, you don't need a perfect life, just a perfect Savior. Suggest they memorize verse 8 for sleepless nights. It's practical and shareable, boosting engagement. David's joy comes from knowing God's enough, a truth that can comfort someone facing layoffs or loss. People crave peaceful sleep or joy in hardship. David's words cut through noise, offering a faith-driven antidote to worry. By resting in God, we find a joy that's unshakable, inviting viewers to trade fleeting highs for a peace that lasts. Psalm 4 is more than just a prayer, it's a pathway. It takes us from the chaos of conflict to the calm of communion with God. David's journey in these verses mirrors our own struggles today. Anxiety, injustice, misunderstanding, and the longing for peace in a noisy world. But through every line, we're reminded of one unchanging truth. When we turn our hearts to God, He meets us with joy that goes deeper than any pain and peace that outlasts any storm. David doesn't deny his troubles. He acknowledges them, feels them, and brings them honestly before God. That's the beauty of this psalm. It invites us to stop pretending everything is fine and start trusting the one who truly holds our peace. When we choose silence over shouting, prayer over panic, and trust over turmoil, we make room for God to speak into our souls. The message is simple yet profound. True peace isn't found in perfect circumstances, but in the presence of a perfect God. Whether you're wrestling with doubts, battling sleepless nights, or just tired from life's demands, let Psalm 4 be your anchor. Let it remind you that God hears your cry, sees your heart, and surrounds you with safety. So tonight, before you sleep, pause and whisper this truth. You alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Let that be your comfort and your confidence. As you go forward, carry this psalm with you, not just in your memory, but in your mindset. Because no matter what comes, the peace of God is not a place you visit, it's a presence you live in. After watching, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give peace to you and your family.